Hi there, I'm Henry. Today, we're diving into a chilling case that's sure to send shivers down your spine. Our story centers around Dr. Omana Edadan, a woman who hailed from an educated, affluent family in Kannur, Kerala, India. From a young age, Omara had her heart set on becoming a doctor. As she grew older, she followed her dreams and enrolled in medical college, specializing in ophthalmology. After earning her degree, she tied the knot with Dr. Radhakrishan. Together, they opened a clinic in their hometown of Kannur. Life seemed picture perfect for the couple. They were happily married and blessed with 2 children. However, as their home began to show signs of age, they decided it was time for a renovation. They hired a contractor named Muralidharan to breathe new life into their old home. With the renovation underway and her young kids needing supervision, Omara decided to stay home to oversee the work and care for their children. It was during this time that Omara and Muralidharan grew close, setting the stage for a story that would take a shocking turn. Muralidharan and Omana, during this time, got closer to each other and began their affair. He was a married man but would still frequently visit Omana even after the completion of the house. Muralidharan would visit while her husband was away at the clinic, but the neighbors told her husband about the activities of her wife. After getting this knowledge, Dr. Radhakrishan confronted Omana to stop seeing him, but she rejected his plea because she was madly in love with Muralidharan. Radhakrishan, frustrated by her wife's affair, took a divorce and got custody of their 2 kids from the court. Now free of all duties, Omana returned to her clinic. Still, she saw that people had stopped visiting because of her negative image in the city, so she decided to relocate to a different location to work. Omana moved to Malaysia and opened her clinic. Luckily, her clinic became successful, and even after moving to Malaysia, she kept in contact with Muralidharan. The reason why Muralidharan still kept contact with Omana was because she used to send him money. Being deeply in love with Muralidharan, Oman asked him to return to Malaysia using fake documents and a passport with different names. Convincing him, she flew back to India. They both created fake documents and passports and successfully entered Malaysia, where they started living together. After a few months of living together, they began to fight, and things spiraled out of hand, prompting Muralidharan to return to India. Muralidharan, after reaching India, started to blackmail her for money and told her that if she didn't oblige to his demands, he would call the Malaysian authorities saying, "You are living in the country using fake documents." This incident changed Omana's feelings for him. Once, she used to love him with all her heart, but now she hated him and started planning revenge. From July 7th to July 14th, she took a leave from her clinic and flew back to Tiruvananthapuram in India. On 14th July, she was supposedly flying back to Malaysia. She reached Tiruvananthapuram to her brother's house with her 2 luggage bags. On the same day, she left for Ooty by telling his brother that she had important work and left with her 2 luggage bags. Booking a hotel in 1996 was not as simple as today. She tried several hotels, but they all refused to offer her a room. So, she went to the railway station, where you could rent a railway retiring room for travelers waiting for their train, and she secured herself a room. On 8th July, she went shopping and bought trash bags and 2 suitcases. After that, she went to book a room in the Iggy Resort. From the resort, she calls Muralidharan and tells him to visit her in the Iggy Resort to get his money. She urges him not to tell anyone that she is staying there and that she will fly back to Malaysia after handing him his money. On the 9th of July, Muralidharan came to the resort where Omana had booked it for 3 days. The next day, on the 10th of July, she takes 2 new suitcases to the railway retiring room and returns to the Iggy Resort. She then takes Muralidharan to a restaurant where they can eat together. After eating their meals, Omana takes Muralidharan to a bar where she gets him drunk. She then takes Muralidharan to the railway retiring room and tells him that she has got him a special gift from Malaysia. The gift is an injection that will help him in his manliness in bed after injecting his body. Muralidharan in his drunk state agrees and gets injected, but after this, he slowly starts to lose consciousness and dies. The injection she had given him was of poison and not what she told him. Omana then drags Muralid Heron's dead body to the bathroom and takes out the surgical knives that she had brought with her. First, she makes small cuts in his body to collect all the blood in one place and flush it down the toilet. After that, she removes his organs, cuts them into small pieces, and flushes them down the toilet. Now, the only thing that remained was muscles and bones. She then started to chop his body into small pieces with a butcher knife. She then packed all the body pieces into the 2 suitcases she had brought and went to the resort. There she tried flushing down the pieces in the bathroom, but couldn't because of its size. The next day, on the 12th of July, she left with her 4 luggage. 2 of the bags contained her belongings, and the other 2 suitcases contained the body. She reached Coimbatore and booked a room in Mangala Hotel, where she again tried to flush the body parts in the bathroom. Failing to dispose of the body in the bathroom, she hops from hotel to hotel, and during all these 3 days goes away. The body still inside the suitcase starts to emit a foul smell due to decomposition, and she tries to mask the odor with perfume. Omana then comes up with a new plan of getting rid of the suitcases at a suicide point called Coker's Walk in Kodaikanal. The place is situated in a valley of 5,000 depth, which could make it hard for anybody to recover the bodies or find out. Omana reaches Kodaikanal and books a room. She then hires a taxi to reach the suicide point and throws the suitcases in the valley. To hide the odor of decomposing corpse, she uses perfume all over it. Omana, after reaching the place, sees it to be crowded since it is the weekend, and her dragging 2 suitcases to the site will draw attention. She changes her plan and tells the taxi driver to take her back to the hotel. While going back to the hotel, the car tires get punctured. The taxi driver tells Omana that he will hire her another taxi since it will take a few hours to fix the tires. The taxi driver hires another van for her, but the van driver notices while moving the suitcase to his van that she is not taking his help to move the suitcases even though it is heavy, and she is having difficulties moving it. Now traveling in a new van, the driver notices a smell coming from the suitcases and asks Omana, but she ignores his questions. When he keeps persisting about it, she thinks of a plan. Omana plans to bribe the driver and tell him about the body so he can help her get rid of the body. The driver, fearing for his safety, complies with her and tells her that he knows a place far away where they can dispose of the body. Omana, feeling relieved, falls asleep in the van and wakes up when the vehicle abruptly stops. Upon seeing, she notices that the driver has taken her in front of a police station and sees him running into the station yelling there is a dead body in the van. The police surround the vehicle and tell her to open the luggage, where she sees the chopped hand. Stunned by the discovery, the police arrest her. After 5 years of being in jail, in 2001 she was bailed by the court, and that's the only time when someone saw her. Since then, Omana has been absconding to this day, has never been caught, and has been elevated to most wanted by Interpol for crime against humanity. As we conclude this gripping tale of love, betrayal, and revenge, we're reminded of the profound impact our choices can have on our lives. Dr. Omara Adadan's story is a haunting narrative of love turning into obsession. Until next time, stay safe and keep exploring the complexities of human nature. This is Henry, signing off.